Hello, my dear Audiofilo. I hope you are well and your hair is always standing on end. The following video is an exercise, a hypothesis to express what I'm feeling these days, so don't feel alluded, don't take it too seriously. It's simply an exploration of the subject of what it feels like to be an audiophile, so I hope you enjoy it. If I told you that in his tireless pursuit of perfection, both audiophiles and musicians aim for excellence? Have you ever hated music? I understand that's a provocative statement, but come with me. Let's deeply delve into how our passion can take us away from the authentic enjoyment of music. Let's return for a moment to the beginnings of hi-fi audio. In its beginnings, the goal of hi-fi was to bring home the greatness of orchestral works, the symphonic pieces that people knew going to the hall, the great operas, the great jazz artists as well. And to do it with the greatest possible fidelity, there was a very close collaboration between engineers, composers, and conductors. They were all working together to capture the true essence. Of the live performances, we also witnessed that in '58, when it was the transition to stereo, since not only the orchestras and directors were excited and the other jazz musicians, but of course, so did record labels and manufacturers of audio components. Was a frontier to cross, technological, add one more channel. Over time, that noble mission seemed to change, and I think that part of its original spirit was lost, giving way to an obsession more technical than musical. In other words, the equipment became more and more sophisticated and more technical, but the audiophile also changed his way of thinking about music. As a professional musician, I know firsthand that the pursuit of perfection can make music a demanding job. After hours of endless practice, rehearsal, and pressured performances, many musicians end up wishing for silence. Instead of more music, you come home and turn off the radio and you want silence. You don't want music. Why? Because music ceases to be a source of pleasure to become an obligation. And in that process, the genuine joy of listening is lost. It's like a theme from Seinfeld's series, where Seinfeld finds a girlfriend who's a masseuse, and he's telling his friends how excited he is to have a masseuse girlfriend, because now he's going to have free massages. But what happens that when you meet her, after being working all day, she tells you, "Oh no, I'm tired. On the other hand, audiophiles can fall into their own trap, the obsession with equipment and sound perfection. Many audiophiles end up listening to the same 5 tracks, same 5 records, same 5 reference Cs, Ds, Ss, over and over again, analyzing minuscule differences instead of discovering new music. That's what subscription services are for, to find inspiration and new music. But sometimes we end up listening to the same records because we want to see if that cable we bought new or that Mac for the turntable makes a difference. I know because I'm an audiophile too." The search for perfect sounds then becomes a technical exercise, slowly eroding the emotional connection to the music. Who then are the ones who really enjoy music? So it is those who attend live concerts. They immerse themselves in the live, pulsating art of music, embracing its imperfections and raw energy. It's like going to Mass. Do you ever try to watch a Mass on TV? And now go to your church and attend Mass, and you will feel something very special, that brotherhood of people in a common goal. No audio system, no matter how expensive, can replicate the shared emotion of a live performance. That's the reality. My people, there's nothing else. Let's consider one thing too, which is what it costs to have a high-end audio system, maintain it, and also evolve it. Consider this: an annual subscription to a top-tier concert hall or opera house can cost anywhere from $200 to $1,000. That's for the whole year. You can go with yourself, with your loved one, with your family, with your children, and you are going to feel a totally different experience every time you are served that musical experience. The cost of a single high-end component, well, many times it's several $1,000s. Investing in real live music experiences, I think, offers deeper and more lasting satisfaction than another equipment upgrade. Of course, the perfect thing would be to be an audiophile and also attend concerts. And there you have both things, but the cost is going to be a little higher, right, my people? Now, with the themes of Chifi, Fosi, Orali, and all those brands, the obsession with technical measurements and expert opinions has created a culture where numbers dictate enjoyment. I mean, you're not going to buy anything. That it doesn't look good on a graph because someone has measured it, because an engineer or a pseudo-engineer has said this has no distortion, but the true appeasement of sound is personal and it's emotional. It can be captured on a graph on an oscilloscope. Imagine why art, poetry, sculpture, and painting exist. Because it's to express emotions that we can't measure, my people. That's why we are human beings. We can pick it all up with these ears we have. Those are the best measuring instruments that exist, the ones God gave us. Critical listening is an art in itself that each one must develop for themselves. Not something that can be delegated to measurements or gurus who know how much distortion an amp has. Those people may not be able to distinguish an instrument within an orchestra. They don't know the difference between a bass clarinet and a fine clarinet, or a heckelphone and an oboe. So I think you should trust your ears more. Well, I don't want to drag this out too long, but in conclusion, whether you're a musician trapped by expectations or an audiophile trapped in the endless pursuit of sonic perfection of Class D, Class A, M amplifiers, it's time to reconnect with the true spirit of music, trust your ears, embrace imperfections, attend concerts, explore new music. Don't buy more discs if you haven't listened to the last 50 discs you bought, unless you're doing it as a collector or want to speculate. In the market, he attends concerts and, most importantly, allows the music to excite you, not just listen to it. That would be like going to a theater, one symphony hall to see how the theater sounds, right? You will experience the composer's work, making your heart beat with excitement. This is how we can rediscover the enchanting quality that made us fall in love with music. Above all, thank you immensely, and remember that all of us have a bit of audiophilia and eccentricity in us.